We're going to begin by importing the necessary packages and classes in order to have this demo work. In this demo, we're going to be looking at our internal company earnings, the company Contoso, and specifically the annual revenue from 2021 to 2024. We will be comparing this against a publicly traded company, and in this case Microsoft, using the Bing grounding tool. This demo will leverage various tools in the Agent SDK, including the Bing grounding tool, the code interpreter tool, and the file search tool. We're going to begin by loading in our .env file, and we're going to first create a connection to our project using the project connection string. This can be found in the Azure AI portal. Then we will create a connection to the Bing grounding tool using the Bing connection game. Then we will create an instance of the code interpreter tool, as well as the file search tool. With the file search tool, we'll be uploading our Contoso earnings markdown file, and then we will be creating a vector store and attaching that vector store to the file search tool. Then we will create our list of tools using Bing, code interpreter, and file search. Then we will create an agent. In this case, we will be using GPT-4o. The name of the agent will be demo agent, and we'll be using the necessary tools. And don't forget to attach the necessary resources used by the file search tool. After that's created, we'll be creating a thread in order to save the conversation history. And then we'll be feeding it a user message. So in this case, we want the agent to create a line graph of Contoso's revenue versus Microsoft's annual revenue. Contoso's revenue, we know, can be found in the markdown file, and then we're prompting it to please search the web for Microsoft's annual revenue. The line graph should begin in 2021 and go to present, and we want Contoso in black and Microsoft in green. Then we'll create a run, do some error handling, create the messages, and then create an image of the line graph and save that line graph to our repo. Finally, we'll clean up our resources by deleting the vector store, deleting the file, deleting the agent, and then listing out all the messages. So let's give it a try. And we can see we have this great line graph of Microsoft's annual revenue versus Contoso's annual revenue. One pulled from the internet, one pulled from our file search, and executed with the code interpreter tool.